Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've done a sit down. If you're watching this video is going to be talking about how to survive Korean winter. Oh, by the way, if you're new around here, my name is Kay. I'm an English teacher here in South Korea, originally from South Africa. If you're not new around here, hey, what's up? I've been focusing on vlogs a lot more recently because Korea is on level 1, which means we can live like basically normal lives, just keeping you know, social distancing and hygiene rules and stuff. So I've been focusing a bit on vlogs, but I actually stayed home this weekend, so I decided to do a sit down video. And also, new thing, I kind of started a TikTok. I'm not a TikToker, like there's nothing particularly cool on there but there's just some random stuff on there. So if you're interested in seeing more content that takes me a lesser amount of time to create and therefore is more frequent, then please follow me on TikTok. It's the same handle. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Ways to survive Korean winter. If you're anything like me, you get cold super easily, especially if you're in a country like Korea where they have 4 distinct seasons, as they all say. But you're from South Africa, where basically our winter is the equivalent of the fall in Korea. I think this video is very important to people who have particularly never lived in countries that experience snow, because the winter in Korea is one thing, but when it starts snowing as well, that's another thing. And then also in Korea, for whatever reason, during the cold months it still rains, so you go through a lot. So I'm gonna jump into it. I made a list of things that you need to survive Korean winter. I'll start with clothing, and then I'll go into essentials that you need for like daily life or like in your apartment or whatever the case is. This doesn't all apply to you. If you're like a tourist, you don't need to go through all of this, but if you're gonna live here, then I think these things are really important. So clothing, you will need an essential is a long padding coat. This one, I don't care who you are, you need it. Like, everyone in Korea has it. Well, I'd like to say a good majority of Koreans / foreigners own a long padding coat, because it is the warmest thing that you literally can wear in the winter. So it looks like so. Okay, so this is a long padding coat. Sorry for the way my lens is set up, but it's set up like that because of the situation in the rest of my room. But yeah, this is a long padding coat. So I got mine at Uniqlo. Korean sizing is a bit weird, so this is like an extra large, but it's a padded coat. Like, it's got a whole lot of stuff going on in there, and it's quite long. It comes down to about maybe mid-calf, or if you can get longer ones that go down to your ankle and so on. It's quite long, and yeah, it's just like this on the inside. That is a long padding coat, and I would definitely recommend getting that. I would say it's the only thing I would put in this list that's super essential. Like, you might not, if you're South African, you won't survive the winter without it. Last year wasn't even that cold, but in the fall already, I think I was wearing my long padding. Now not so much. I think I've adapted a bit, but this winter I think is gonna kick ass, and you're gonna need that coat. Then there's a second coat. It's kind of like a winter, I call it my like warm fashionable winter coat, because it actually looks nice. Not that long paddings don't look nice, but I mean, like, if you're wearing long padding every day, you know. So I have a warm winter coat that is not necessary, but it's really good for transitions, like the transition from fall to winter and then winter to spring. And also just for days in winter where you don't want to wear your long padding and you actually want to look fashionable, and it's super warm as well. So I'll show you that. Okay, so this is mine. Excuse the shirt underneath. We have closet storage issues. So anyway, this is that coat. So I have this one. I got this one. Oh, my long padding I got from Uniqlo, and I actually got this one from Uniqlo as well. So it's about, I think, the same size as the long padding. It's super warm. This is the inside. It's nothing particularly special. And then this is also about ankle length mid ankle length, I mean mid calf length. So yeah, so I have this coat. Okay, so that one is not super essential, but it's great for fashion during the winter and also to wear during transitionary months where you're kind of like wearing odd numbers of layers inside because it gets hot in the middle of the day or whatever. The third clothing item I recommend, this one you don't need, but honestly it's so warm, like it's a good buy. I bought mine this year because I'm not, last year I think I had a cold. I remember I went to Busan with a cold, I came back, I got better, then I went to Bali and I had another cold. I think it was the Busan cold, but like I felt like I was better and then I got sick again. So I had like a lot of colds last year, so this year I'm not about it. The cold is not going to get me. So I bought this fleece jacket. You'll see a lot of like students, particularly high schoolers and middle schoolers, will wear this because it's just, honestly, it's so warm. And they come in like different, also like the long padding, actually they come in like different, I want to say strengths because I can't think of the word, but basically you can get like a lighter version to wear like during the transitionary months or during the fall, and then you can get like a heavier version that would work really well in the winter. I got a heavier version, but the cool thing about that is that I can wear it with like 1 or 2 layers now in the autumn, or in the winter I'll be able to wear it with a lot of layers and be super warm. So yeah, I'll show you that. It's actually from National Geographic, this one, but almost all the sports brands or adventure brands have them. That is this jacket. It's not on a hanger because I was actually wearing it just now. But yeah, it's like a fleece jacket and it's got a hood. They don't all have hoods, but this one does. And it's got, on the inside, it's got like a different type of fleece, and then the outside is this one. Some companies have reversible ones, but this one is just, I don't think it's reversible. And then it just goes up like this, and it has a zip. There it says National Geographic. It's just the size of a normal jacket. Then we'll move on to winter accessories. So you need thick socks. First of all, that's just a no-brainer. You need thermals. Thermals are just like a vest that has like heat technology that keeps you really warm, and it reduces the amount of layers you have to wear then, because then it literally just keeps all the heat in your, like, it insulates your body basically. So you can get those. Uniqlo is very popular for thermals. And you will need scarves and beanies and gloves. Okay, I'm not really a hat person, but I do have one beanie just in case it gets really bad. Then I have these 2 very, very fluffy scarves that I actually got at H&M, just the basic black one, and then this one just for fashion purposes. And yeah, I just alternate between these 2 during the winter. And then just some standard black gloves. You won't need to wear these the whole day depending on like what you do. I work at a school, so like during the day it's awkward to wear these, but I just wear them kind of when I go to work and if it's cold when I come back. Now I will move on to 2 appliances that you need in your house during the winter. First of all, you are going to need a humidifier because the air in Korea gets really, really dry. So I got a humidifier. It changes colors, which is quite cool, but you can get a pretty simple one pretty much at any store that sells appliances. I got mine at Artbox. Before that I bought some on Coupang, but they like break really easily, so just check reviews and stuff like that before you buy. And the cool thing about my humidifier is you can add oils to it. So I have a lavender oil, there was an essential oil, and then a couple of other ones. So lavender is really good for stress and relaxation, so that's why I got it, but you can get oil for whatever you need. Then you're going to need an air purifier in your apartment. This is just year round. To be honest, because of Corona, a lot of factories were not operating to maximum capacity, both in Korea and in China, and so because of that the air was actually really, really clean, which is ironic because we're all wearing masks because pandemic. But yeah, the air was really, really clean, but it's starting to become bad again because that's rude. because you know, businesses are opening, factories are opening and operating at maximum capacity again. And so you're going to need an air purifier because the air is just dirty that comes into your apartment, and it's polluted, it's got fine dust, it's got other things in it. And yeah, it's one thing to experience that outside, but if you're breathing it in while you're sleeping, that also causes problems. And then on the note of an air purifier, I'm done with the appliances now, moving on to other things. But you will need a KF standard mask in Korea. So the thing about the KF standard mask is that you actually need to be wearing these anyways because of corona. You don't have to. I mean, a lot of people wear cloth masks and like the other dental masks, but some people wear the 3-ply dental masks, which are apparently better than these. And then there are other standards of these masks as well. Well, these kind of masks that look like this. But because of corona, this is considered the safest mask that you should be wearing. Like if you go buy a mask at a pharmacy, or my school gave us masks and they gave us KF standard masks, then yeah, this is what you get. A KF 94 is this one. And it's actually, I'm just putting it on for the sake that you can see. It's actually really nice. This is a side note. So it's good for air pollution. It's good for, you know, corona purposes, protection from coronavirus. And the third use of it is it actually keeps your face really warm. If you wear a dental mask, it might not be as warm. This isn't a reason you should buy a specific mask, but it's just a plus that I realized that ever since I've started wearing, well, not started wearing, but like this winter is a lot better because I'm wearing this mask, and so my face is like constantly warm. So yeah, that's a nice side effect of wearing a mask. Then on to other kinds of masks. You will need, to survive Korean winter, you will need a really good skincare routine. So these are sheet masks that you put on for 20 minutes at a time that just moisturize your skin, because as I mentioned, the air is really dry, and even though you may prevent any, you know, harm to you by using a purifier and a humidifier, your skin will still need like a little bit extra TLC. Like you'll notice your hands and like here by your nose will be like constantly dry. Like it feels like no matter what you do, it's still dry. So having a really good skincare routine and like using these sheet masks is also really good, because it will give your skin the attention it needs to survive the winter and not get like weird breakouts and like I have eczema type of thing. I'm not getting that on your face and stuff like that. Then another really cool essential for surviving Korean winter is the hot pack. These all look different. It just depends on where you buy it. I mean, you can get them at the convenience store, at a grocery store, at Daiso, probably Artbox sells them, places like that. And then these are hot packs, and you open it. I'm not going to open this one because this one is actually the kind that gets activated by air. The other hot packs, you have to kind of like shake them. So you get two kinds. This one is a stick-on one, so you stick this on top of your clothes underneath. So like if I'm wearing a vest under this hoodie, I stick it on the hoodie, and then it, like when the air hits it, it generates the heat. And this one I think lasts for, it says like the highest it can go is 65 degrees Celsius, and then it lasts for 12 hours. But that's the one that you stick onto your body. And if you get the other ones that are like kind of, you just shove them in your pocket, they don't stick to anything, those you usually have to shake. So they're also activated by air, but you usually have to shake them. This one you don't really have to shake, like just the air hitting it is enough. And those are really nice because you stick them in your pocket, and then sometimes you forget you have it, and then you stick your hand in your pocket and you're like, ooh, that's toasty. So yeah, we have that as well. These are really, really cool, and they sell them like almost everywhere, but I would just buy them in bulk because it's annoying to have to buy one like every day. And then I actually forgot something in the clothing department, so I'll just make it a separate section, is footwear. So you need really good shoes for the winter, because like I have like Nike running shoes that I use to go to work every day. Those are not great because like if it rains or if it snows or something, the water gets inside. And also they're also just not particularly warm. They're great for walking, but they're not particularly warm. So I have two pairs of shoes that I use during the winter just for warmth purposes. So this pair I bought last year is these feelers. I know they have like, I know everyone knows what these feelers are. I think they're disruptors. I can't remember the name, but I have these feelers that I bought was it filler? I don't know what's the proper pronunciation. I bought these last year. They're really good for warmth. As you can see, it's a very chunky shoe and no water can get inside. The only problem is that they're not particularly comfortable to walk in my opinion, because they're so chunky. Or maybe it's just because I wear running shoes so often, they're not particularly comfortable to walk in. And also they don't have great grip. Like, they have some grip, but like when I was walking in the snow, or even if it rains sometimes, I find myself slipping a lot. So I wouldn't recommend these for days that it's raining or snowing, but just a cold day. Like even in the bus sometimes I'd be like slipping because the grip is not actually fantastic on these. But they are warm. These shoes I bought this year. I haven't tried them out yet, but they do have like really great grip here. These are Doc Martens with the zips, because in Korea you never know when you have to take your shoes off. Like, I have to take my shoes off at school all the time, so I wanted something that's easy to put on and take off. But yeah, they have really good grip, so I'm hoping they're going to be really great snowshoes. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting a boot, first of all because it's warm, and second of all because you need the grip for days where it's snowing or raining. But yeah, and then the last kind of essential thing that you need, you will need like a flask that you can have your hot beverages in. This I guess depends. You can always go to cafes and buy stuff, but like I realize in the winter we drink a lot more hot beverages, and so like if you're using paper cups and stuff, they add up and that's not good for the environment. So I would recommend getting a flask or a thermos. Is that what it's called? A flask. Why is the English language doing this to me? Anyway, to be honest, this is not a great one. It doesn't actually keep your drinks hot. Like, if you pour it in hot, it's gonna cool down as the drink cools down. So it's not good for that. It's just pretty from Starbucks. But yeah, I would recommend getting a good one that can keep your drink hot for an extended period of time. And then you can save money on coffee, especially in the winter, because you want to drink it more because it's cold. And just make your coffee at home or take it to work, and then in most Korean workplaces you have coffee stations, then you can just make your coffee in a flask instead of using a paper cup, which is good for the environment. And also this would keep your drink warm to an extent. Like, even this crappy flask keeps your drink warm a little bit longer than a paper cup would. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. If there's anything you can think of, people who live in Korea or people who live in cold countries, that would be an essential to survive the winter anywhere that's cold, like Korea, Japan, the Netherlands I assume gets cold in the winter, places like that, then please drop a comment down below. I hope this video was helpful for you if you're thinking of moving to Korea or to a cold country and the winter stresses you out, because I was stressed last year. This year I feel prepared though. But yeah, I want you to feel like that. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and hit me up on TikTok, Instagram. I have a Facebook page and YouTube, whatever. Feel free to send me DMs. If I don't respond to your DM in a timely manner, please forgive me. I get overwhelmed, but I do want to talk to everyone. So I will respond eventually. So feel free to send it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting my YouTube channel thus far. I hope we keep growing. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time.